Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course. Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I actually had to do a little research for this one, but we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, yeah, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear a super cool shirt, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, though? Happens to be my Judo Master shirt. My beard's kind of in the way. Yeah, in the issue where he's fighting the acrobat, he's getting his fucking head kicked in right there. But what the hell is Judo Master? Well, you might be familiar with Judo Master on some level. He has made some appearances in some of the DC Comics stuff, some of the shows like the Suicide Squad stuff, the Peacemaker stuff, as an occasional sort of thing with that. Which is he didn't really have anything to do with the Suicide Squad in the comics, as far as I'm aware. And actually, originally, he wasn't a DC Comics character. He and Peacemaker actually started out with a company called Charlton Comics. Charlton were never Marvel or DC big, but they had their own run of superhero comics, plus, a variety of other comics at the time. And I personally got into their stuff probably like my mid-20s or so. I got really big into comic book collecting, and I really enjoyed sort of old-style comics, and Judo Master fit perfectly into that. Plus, he had martial arts going for him, so I just thought he was neat. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Research, eh? So, yeah, I had to do a little research on this one because I didn't know it existed. I wasn't intending to review anything from this place. I actually just got through reviewing some food from a place called Balkan Taste, which is a place that focuses on Serbian cuisine and stuff like that. Go watch those reviews if you're interested. And I noticed that there was a place next to it that I'd never noticed before. And said place, I wrote it down, is a place called Donerka Alma-Ata. Or Alma-Ata. Alma-Ata. Donerkin Alma-Ata. That's what I'm going with. I apologize for any terrible mispronunciations on my part. But yeah, so I decided, you know what, screw it. I'm here. I'll hop inside, see what they're about. And it turns out that they sort of focus on Central Asian cuisine and stuff, which was super neat because I like Central Asian cuisine already. But what did I get from them? Well, it's certainly large and hopefully in charge. It's Boom! What is this? This is their... This is their Almaty mixed doner, which I guess is a mix of beef and chicken, fries, tomato, pickle, onion, and their garlic sauce. Should mention it is halal, and I guess the whole idea with this was it was started by a husband and wife duo who wanted to go over there and recreate the cuisine of Almaty, Kazakhstan in sort of the Illinois, Chicago area. What with this being a local establishment, by the way, it's going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just Illinois local spots. But let's get into this. Open. So large. It's like a burrito. I have to admit, I am really excited for this. Okay. It looks like this, and we'll kind of get a thing for the thing. Let's find out how it is. Well, that's really good. You know how hard it is to try to lose weight when I not only do this show, but I live in such a great area for food? It's nearly impossible for me. I keep finding new good places. This is really tasty. Now, I should mention, though I can't imagine it's hard to surmise, I've never been to Almaty, Kazakhstan, so I can't go over there and speak to the authenticity of the taste. I can just tell you if it tastes good or not. And that's really good. That is so much flavor. As soon as I bit into it, it was bursting out. That is... First thing I definitely got hit with was that garlic sauce. I had an idea of what it was going to taste like in my head. I did kind of have that garlicky, a little bit tangy, you know. But I was surprised at the depth that it had. You know, very, like, it not only did it go over there and, you know, coat the experience and everything, but it sort of really permeated throughout it. Very, very tasty. Also really nice and fresh tasting, like from the veg and everything. I'm not a big pickle guy, but if you use pickle in the right way, I'm perfectly fine with it. And in something like this, where it's working with all these flavors, yeah, absolutely. Also, no filler. It's all just the good stuff. That's really good. If this is what food tastes like in Almaty, Kazakhstan, good on you, Kazakhstan. You know what the fuck you're doing. No, man, that's really tasty. And I say this after having had lunch and then did a review for Balkan Taste, and now I'm on to this. I'm extremely stuffed, but even with that being the case, I still want to keep going in and eating this because it's really tasty. And I have had Central Asian cuisine before, but definitely not like this. This is very, very different than the style of stuff that I had. That's just really cool, I guess. And I'm guessing this is more of like a street food version of kind of, you know, the cuisine, but again, I don't know. Got some of the fries in there. Fries are really nice too. Fries can be very much, they can be almost throwaway if they're not tasty fries, especially in like sort of a wrap like this. But no, you can taste the fries. That's so meaty, so fresh, and so flavorful. That's fantastic, man. I am one lucky fat bastard, I'm telling you. Get the hit from the pickle every now and again. That's so good. It's meaty, a little bit tangy, very fresh. And then again, you just get that garlicky kind of sauce, which isn't overly garlicky, but it gives you that nice hit. That's really, really tasty. That's so good. Well, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Absolutely, and absolutely. I mean, look, the problem I run into now is that I've got Balkan Taste, which is really fantastic. I know I've got this place, which is also really fantastic, and they're right next to each other. And that's not even counting the fact that there's like an Indian cuisine place and a pad thai place. Like, it's all right in one area. Man, oh man, that's going to make things hard for me the next time I'm coming out my way. I'll have decisions to make. But no, that's really, really good. And to their 100% credit, you know, it's a relatively small location. Like, they were packed, man. Like, there literally wasn't a place to sit down when I went in. That's how much, that's how many customers they had in there. So good on them. They seem to be doing a very good job. And with food that good, I can understand why. For me personally, you know, I love a wrap of pretty much any kind, but you need to do it right. Sort of the closest thing that this reminds me of a little bit is there's a place that I've reviewed some food from before called Mediterranean, which is a mix of sort of like Middle Eastern and Mediterranean food. And it has similar vibes, you know, really focusing on the freshness and just the quality of the flavor. That's fantastic. And folks, if you watch my channel, you might know where I'm going with this. I'm calling this the business. Folks, when I refer to something as the business, that means it's essentially a perfect item. Like, you could tweak it a little bit here or there, you know, what have you, but like, structurally, it's just really damn good. And that's what this is. It's really flavorful, the flavors all work together, and it just hits really nice. It's a joy to eat. And especially after eating at Balkan Taste, which was also really phenomenal, by the way, you know, that food, very good, kind of, you know, but a little bit heavy, you know, This a little bit lighter, again, it's got that freshness vibe to it. So they're kind of, if anything had to follow Balkan taste, I'm kind of glad that it was something like this. I would definitely come back here again. And like I said, for me, it's going to be that thing of if I'm in the area, okay, do I go to Balkan taste or do I go to Donerka Alma-Ata? Because both are really fucking good. And again, there's other places that I haven't tried yet. And if I'm recommending it, I'm absolutely recommending it. I think this place, they seem to know exactly what they're doing. Again, I think it's really cool that, it started out as a husband and wife duo wanting to go over there and recreate some of that cuisine that they love. That's beautiful. That's the type of story you want to hear. And the fact that, again, I can't speak to how authentic it tastes, but it is absolutely delicious. So there you go. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of month, stupendous rest of the year. Folks, go over there and have themselves a truly, I'm so stuffed it's physically painful-tastic rest of your life. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, have you had any experience with Central Asian cuisine? What about Kazakhstani cuisine? Let me know. I'd be really fascinated to learn this stuff because, I'm this guy, right? I'm super dumpy white guy from the suburbs of the Midwest. So, any experiences you want to share, I'm interested in hearing about. But anyway,